Hey guys, Crystal here. Today is gonna be a bit of a ramble. It's also going to be more B-roll, less my face. Cause November didn't really, November very well. Nothing happened. It was just busy, and I was just struggling getting into writing. So we're gonna talk about it, and if I go on and on and on and on and sounds like I'm whining, I apologize. But we're here. So, original plans, as per usual, did not go according to plan. November, or at least October, after Incarnate Rise's release. After Incarnate Rise's release, I wanted to start off strong. I had a plan. I've been poking around at book 2 while prepping Incarnate's Rise, and now she's out in the world. So it's like, okay, October, since I'm a little unsure of what all to put in book 2, like I have plot beats that I want to follow and acts that I want to get to, and I know how I want to end, and I have a vibe for how I want this to play out. But there are holes where I figure it's not going to fill a full novel like it should have. So I'm like, let's outline. Sometimes outlines work for me. Most of the time, I leave them abandoned halfway through. It happens. So, with the last 2 weeks of October, I decided to work on this outline, and whatever I didn't get finished, we were just going to hope for the best when November started. Because November, as everybody knows, is usually the novel writing month, where there are challenges all over the internet from here to there and back again, of getting X many words, of finishing this, of doing this, of, like really just digging in for the month of November. And I did that once, as we know. Project Incarnate, aka Incarnate's Rise, was quote-unquote birthed in a NaNoWriMo, as I finished my 50k in 3 weeks. Not a month. 3 weeks. And every nano since then, I haven't gotten it to work. Now, granted, for the last 3 or so years, I've been sick. Or this happened, or that happened. It's just been a clusterfuck of epic proportions. Okay? And there were things that I did in that NaNoWriMo that I don't want to repeat. Originally, I woke up when my husband did, 4 a.m. And I would go to sleep at around 10, 11, 12, midnight. There were some nights I didn't go to sleep till 2 a.m. Now, granted, not all of it was writing. There were a couple of days a week where I was watching live streams from content creators that streamed that late. I don't do that anymore either. But I felt like I got a lot of writing done. I mean, 147,000 words in the original draft before the split is a hefty number. And then 114 in Incarnate's Rise. But now, Project Fall, aka Book 2, is currently sitting at around 30k. And I've been working on it since October, or earlier, just here or there, piddly-paddly pops. November itself, I think I only wrote about 10k at maximum. Now, I set a schedule for myself around sometime last year that I was going to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was going to have multiple meals throughout the day. And then I was going to stop at 3 to 4 p.m. whenever I had to make/help with supper. And then from after 4 p.m., I was going to play games, protect myself from burnout, watch movies, and just kind of like decompress. Because while I was working on Project Incarnate, I burnt out multiple times. But now I feel like with that schedule, I've been having issues getting into writing. Like as I'm sitting here talking to you right now, it is 10:30 a.m. November 28th. And I've been staring at the Scrivener document going, I should film my November vlog and talk about what's been going on, because right now it's pretty quiet. So I'm going to do that instead, because I can't think of what I want to do. I only outlined till chapter 17, but there are things that I had outlined in chapters sooner than that never actually happened. So I have to think about something else, and I have to read the last like 4 chapters, because that's what my last writing chunk was 4 chapters, to figure out what I'm going to do and go from there. But what I'm really trying to figure out right now is how to balance my idea of a current working schedule and what I did while I was creating Project Incarnate. Incarnate's Rise. I'm never gonna not call it its project name. It's so dumb. But, because right now, my alarm goes off at 8 a.m. Sometimes I'm actually already awake and I just don't get out of bed. Like, I'll wake up at maybe about 6 or 6:30. And I'll just scroll around on my phone. And I come down here to get to work at 8. Except for I don't. Because I have to make my coffee and make breakfast. And as you see me do. And then of course, I'm not the only one here, talking to grandmother, and so by the time I get down and start working, it's usually around 9:30 or 10. Well, then I make lunch at around 11:30 or noon. That's only a couple hours of writing. And by the time lunch is eaten and whatnot, 12:30, 1 o'clock, well, I'm now only writing from 1 o'clock to 3. Again, only a few hours, or a couple hours. And I feel like by the time I get into it, I have to stop again, and I'm not getting the words I want. But I'm not burning myself out, and not staying up super late. Like, you know, again, it's finding the balance. There's a part of me that is thinking about just getting up early, seeing what happens, and if I write more, great. If I'm still doing the same, well, maybe there's a deeper problem here, and it's not just the time I have, because there are people in our community, whether they be troublemakers or offshoots from them, that they only get to write for an hour here, half hour here, maybe two hours at best, where I'm whining about 2 hours not being enough. And then I also know that we're all our own little special chaos gremlins, and that my brain is not the same brain as everyone else's, and so on and so forth, and I can never decide if I'm comparing myself to my friends or trying to give myself grace and not compare myself to my friends. Writing is a struggle right now, is what I'm saying, and I feel like I have so much B-roll and not enough to say about it. I do have a goal to finish the draft by the end of this year. I made a joke about it. I think it was either on one of my streams or it was on one of Katie Ann / the Troublemaker streams, because Katie Ann was like, I'm going to finish my draft by the end of the year. Oh yeah, there's 2 months left and I haven't even started. I was like, you know what? I want to be the friend of solidarity and do the same thing. I regretted that the second that came out of my not-so mouth. Right? Because there are days where I just don't feel like writing. There are days where I have to do the real people adult shit. So I don't get to write. Because by the time I'm done all the adult shit and I come home, I don't feel like fucking doing anything. It's wonderful. It's fabulous. But I said it out loud again, and like I'm like, I might do it. I still haven't decided yet, but I might do it. And then I've had conversations with people. It's like, yeah, no, do the thing. Like, I would love to see you do the thing. And I'm like, now I have not peer pressure. I don't want to call it peer pressure, because I am a grown-ass adult. And I make decisions just to what I'm going to do with my life. But I love the approval and recognition of my friends. Let's just call it what it is. I seek outside gratification. And if I can do the thing, then people are going to be, yay, you did the thing. And then I'm going to feel good about myself. Is this slowly becoming the proof that Crystal needs therapy video? Maybe. But this is a nano progress vlog, right? did I progress? Have I done? I mean, yes, I've done things. Like I said, around 10k max. And I still have a live stream on Saturday, and I'm also guest hosting on Inevitable Books' YouTube channel with Chantel and Laura Nettles and Jesse and Kate Kavanaugh. And it's going to be a stacked day. It's going to be a great day. Words hopefully will happen. And then there's been also the Monday of it all. Another thing that I've been thinking about. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I play that game on Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern. We know this. I stream for myself. Occasionally, there is somebody who pops in for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then that's it. Most of the time lately, it's been bots. And if it's not performing, just to speak like a YouTuber, if it's not performing, why am I doing it? But that's not all, as I'm also not enjoying it. Because let's be honest, Dragon Age Veilguard, Kyoko and Nina were the only ones to really hang out. Not to, like, put anyone on blast. But, I mostly did that stream for Kyoko and me, because I'm a huge Dragon Age nerd. And I enjoyed parts of that game. I feel like I'm enjoying it less. Enjoying Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines 2 less than I did in Dragon Age. I am not interested in talent trees. I might have the lore wrong of thinking one vampire has access to all other clans' powers. Now, granted, that's not the truth, and that's why the talent trees exist, but they keep referring to it as help me regain my power. So this elder that you're playing, your character, had all of the powers. Now, I always thought in Vampire the Masquerade, it was like you had your clan, that was your powers, and you could kind of diablery into other people. But it was like, dabble, 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 and it was so frowned upon. When in this game, it's like, yeah, no, we're all going to help you because you're like this super old character, only a couple hundred tops. If I'm getting it wrong, I'm getting it wrong because obviously I'm not paying super close attention. I think the story's neat, having an old vampire wake up in the modern era and everything is just a time, and now you have to figure out how to get into the Vampire the Masquerade, like the Masquerade in Seattle, and figure out what happened to you and why the hell there's a mouth caving in your head. I'm sorry for spoilers, but let's be honest, are we caring? Is this a game we're caring about spoilers? Because I turn it on, I played for a couple hours, I turn it off and I forget. And I don't look forward to turning it back on. Like, oh crap, today's Monday, I'm doing a live stream. Cool. And I feel like it's probably coming off on camera. I feel like it's not as bad as that time that I tried to film Alan Wake Remastered. There is a video of me saying that I felt so negative that I stopped it because I didn't want to put out that much negativity into the world. Here we are again, though. I'm interested in the plot of the main story, and I love Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. The first game was immaculate. Every time I play the sequel, because it's not a sequel, it's not even styled the same way. Like, it's got the vibe of a sequel. It's not good enough for me. And they said, like, my opinion of this game had already started pretty low, and so really, the whole point of me mentioning, I don't want to get too into the weeds of how I feel about Vampire the Masquerade 2. Because the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I'm considering changing my Monday streams to productivity as well. And, I don't know, just finishing it off camera and doing a quick video of my thoughts or something, I don't know. But I feel like something isn't working and I have to figure it out. So this does not take me forever to write. Because 7 books in a trench coat is a lot of work. And I want to do and things. And I'm trying not to, like, overpressure myself. But I need some pressure. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Anywho. I think that'll be it for today. TLDR is November-Noped. Or nano-noped. However, there was a nope. There was nopes involved. I did not complete a draft, but I didn't say I was going to complete a draft until the end of December. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I am on chapter 17 out of who knows how many. I'm barely into the weeds of Act 2. But that's it. That's all. We're working on it. I'm trying. I will figure it out. I don't know. Maybe I need more accountability. I don't know. I don't know what I need. I am torn between when the mood strikes me, even if it's 4 a.m., and trying to have an adult schedule where I don't feel like I'm tired all the time. Which is the better work? Who knows? Anyway, my Secret Lineage new adult paranormal fantasy novel Incarnate's Rise is out on ebook and paperback. Wherever books are sold, link is down in the description. I stream on Mondays and Saturdays. Saturdays are definitely productivity, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Mondays, well, I haven't decided yet, and I really need to make decisions now because I'm scheduling my streams for the month on Sunday, which is tomorrow. So, yay. We're batting 1,000 people. Until next time, I love and appreciate every single one of you. We will see you guys next video, stream, reel. Wherever the hell it is you find me next. Bye, guys.